Thank you, Mrs. Moderator. High Commissioner, distinguished delegates, distinguished representative of the civil society. Thank you for organizing this event to highlight the struggle of Bangladeshi people during the historic July-August uprising of last year. On this occasion, I would like to remember and pay my respect to the martyrs of the July-August uprising, their families, and the people of Bangladesh who fought against the autocratic repressive regime. Their collective resolve for a just, inclusive, and functioning democracy, with the promotion and protection of human rights at its core, should define Bangladesh of the future and place our nation as a responsive and responsible state in the global community. Distinguished audience, on behalf of the people of Bangladesh and the government of Bangladesh, I express my sincere gratitude to OHCHR, to the High Commissioner in particular, the fact-finding team of OHCHR, who conducted the most thorough and credible investigation of the struggle and sacrifice of Bangladeshi people, particularly during the July uprising. The team's report rightly identifies extensive, horrendous, and grave human rights violations, including extrajudicial killing, arbitrary arrest, torture, and disproportionate use of force by the ousted ruling party during July-August massacre. Although this report was a result of human rights investigation, its finding and the evidences it collected would be pivotal for the accountability process for the atrocities and crimes committed. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to reaffirm the commitment of interim government for an impartial and credible investigation into the July-August massacre in Bangladesh and due judicial process for redress. To that extent, the International Crime Tribunal Act 1973 has already been amended to ensure fair trial and transparent judicial process. Among other things, the amendments include redefining the offense in line with international standard, widening the defense rights in judicial process, allowing appointment of foreign lawyers and attendance of representatives from the United Nations and other human rights organizations in public hearing and trial. Distinguished audience, High Commissioner Turk has rightly underscored the importance of a comprehensive process of truth-telling, reparation, and reform as the path to national healing. In this regard, apart from facilitating the work of the OHCHR fact-finding team, an independent commission of inquiry was constituted in Bangladesh to look into all allegations of enforced and involuntary disappearance. The commission has already submitted an interim report titled Unfolding the Truth and is expected to come up with their final report shortly. Let me also mention that the interim government has also decided to define and include enforced disappearance in our penal law and is seriously exploring the options of acceding to the optional protocol of the Convention Against Torture before 26 June. As for reparation and memorialization, our government has established the July Shaheed Memorial Foundation, undertaken extensive financial reparation program for the families of martyrs, as well as for the wounded heroes of July. We also arranged long-term and, in cases, advanced medical treatment abroad for the critically injured and have undertaken initiative for livelihood opportunities. Distinguished audience, in order to restore people's trust and confidence and to ensure that the tragic past never recur in future Bangladesh, our government initiated reform in certain important sectors and formed 15 different reform commissions. Already 6 reform commissions have submitted their final report. Many of the recommendations made in the OHCHR report are similar to the recommendation made by our reform commission, such as ensuring independent judiciary, professional police force, clear definition of roles of intelligence agencies. Our government aimed to establish effective safeguard mechanism to ensure the sustainability of these reforms. To that end, a National Consensus Commission, led by the Honorable Chief Justice, Dr. Muhammad Yunus himself, was formed, which has started consultation with the political parties and other stakeholders to implement the reform initiatives. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to reiterate that we would utilize the finding of the report as applicable in our ongoing national accountability process to ensure justice. We would also embed, to the extent possible, the findings and the recommendations in our relevant reform processes. Finally, I wish to assure you that our constructive engagement with the OHCHR will not end with the report only. Rather, our government is chalking out how we could better utilize the broader mandate of the High Commissioner's Office in our effort for the promotion and protection of human rights of all of our citizens. We also appreciate the readiness of High Commissioner's Office to provide technical assistance and support to our ongoing reform initiative and national accountability process. I thank you. Distinguished audience, may I now request your kind attention to watch a video. It's entitled Jatrabari, Evidence of a Massacre. And I'm really grateful to David Bergman for producing this video. He's here. Thank you, David. And I would like to request the moderator to please play the video. Now, I'm just telling you, this is a first 3 minutes version of the video, and it's only tips of the iceberg of what happened in Bangladesh.
What follows is a forensic analysis of mass shootings which took place outside Jatrabari police station on the 5th of August 2024. It was compiled in September 2024 from verified contemporaneous cell phone and social media footage. In early August 2024, Bangladesh was in turmoil, convulsed by popular calls for the resignation of the country's autocratic Prime Minister, Sheikh Hasina. Weeks of student-led protests, initially over job quotas, had been met with brutal police repression, costing the lives of hundreds of people. But on the 5th of August, as thousands set off on what was called the Long March to Dhaka, ending at the Prime Minister's official residence, some felt change might finally be coming. One of the routes to the demonstration ran alongside the Mayor Hanif flyover and past Jatrabari police station. Cell phone footage overlooking the police station just before 2 p.m. records the moment a large number of police officers in full riot gear emerged from the station compound, firing towards protesters on the road. This footage and related metadata has been examined by technical experts and verified as authentic and unmanipulated. For this film, some original clips have been enlarged and enhanced for clarity. In the very first frame of the clip, a group of 4 protesters can be seen desperately trying to escape as police just meters away fire in their direction. Video does not show what happened to them, but we can hear witnesses shout in alarm. Most of the fire is directed to the right of the screen, towards the marchers. There is no indication they pose any threat to justify police use of deadly force. Several officers are firing 12-gauge pump-action shotguns, which can be loaded with lethal or less than lethal payloads. Subsequent images of injuries examined by a firearms expert are consistent with the use of lethal cartridges loaded with lead pellets. After a minute or so, some police officers take more careful aim. The weapons used by the 2 officers kneeling at the front here have been identified by the firearms expert as Chinese Type 56 AK pattern rifles.
Thank you, Law Advisor. The video demonstrates exactly what happened and what we are trying to address here. It was an important reminder.
I would request you to watch the full video, please. Then you will understand what happened in Bangladesh.